is about to happen for the NFL. And last night, we got the NFL schedules that were released of your favorite teams, and we got that. And in a week from tonight, the big one, the 2019 NFL Draft from nice Nashville, Tennessee. And next week, yours truly are going to be in AC, and we got you covered. Welcome to another edition of G&T Sports Talk. I am Bobby Thompson.
I'm Julian Gallardi, and the schedules dropped last night.
Yes, they did.
That's a big thing we're going to talk about. So this show is predicated all the football. I'm in my Jets polo. You see this new draft hat I have on with the Jets on the brim. He's got his draft hat too.
I just got my draft hat. Literally, I ordered one that was too big. I just got one just in time for today. Got my Patriots stuff. Of course, I got my Patriots tattoo.
That's always the first time you've shown it on the footage, I think.
So, yeah. So, you know what? Listen, I'm excited. You know, before we get started, I do want to break some little news in regards to the Patriots. Obviously, for Patriots fans who don't know, the Patriots needed receiving help. Well, they went out and got it. They signed wide receiver and veteran Demaryius Thomas, formerly of the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans, to a one-year, $6 million deal. Obviously, everybody's wondering when he's going to play. He's coming off of an Achilles tear. Well, from what I'm hearing, he's doing well, and he might be able to play week 1.
Interesting.
So, what I'm going to say about this is I love this deal. I think that it will help Brady in the red zone with the loss of Gronk.
I got to say something funny about all this.
So, I'll let you get to it in a second.
I think you know what it is.
Yeah. However, I am so excited about Demaryius Thomas. I know his age. I know he's not what he used to be, but I think him working with Brady and back with Josh McDaniels. People don't know this. Josh McDaniels drafted Demaryius Thomas when he was the head coach of the Broncos back in 2010. So he's familiar with our system. He was very successful with our system. I mean, you know, he was with Tim Tebow, so now he's going with the GOAT, so it's going to be a lot better. So I'm very excited about this and can't wait to see what happens in the draft. So
so a couple of things.
What were you going to say?
One of them's pretty funny. It's sent to my group chat. But the first one is, how many years was McDaniels in Denver? Was it 2 or 3? I'm trying to remember his tenure because it was very forgettable. Besides that one game.
He got the job in 2009, and for everybody who knows, in 2009 they beat New England up in Denver.
Yeah.
That is where Josh McDaniels, he was running around the field all crazy. But after that, it really fell downhill. He got fired after 2 years. He signed a 4-year deal with them. Only lasted 2. And then, he was the offensive coordinator of the St. Louis Rams at the time. And then in 2011 was brought back to the Patriots as an assistant. When Bill O'Brien became the Penn State head coach. That's how long it's been. Yeah,
well, I know that.
Then he took over as offensive coordinator.
I know that when I was a freshman in college, that's when they won that playoff game with Tim Tebow, I think.
Yes.
So
he had nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay.
That was.
He was gone already at that point.
He was gone.
I thought he was together with Tebow though, wasn't he for a little bit?
He got fired in 2011 off.
So who was the coach when that happened with Tebow?
With Tebow?
Yeah.
That was John Fox.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so that's interesting. All right, well, anyway, that's old news. We'll forget about that for a second. Let's go forward. So we were having an interesting debate about Demaryius Thomas and his impact on Edelman's touchdowns. This blew up our Facebook group chat. Shout out Jeremy Bauman here. He was very adamant that he doesn't think Edelman's going to get a lot of touchdowns this year. But I don't think Demaryius Thomas will be the reason for that, although he will take red zone targets. But he was saying more of like what you guys are going to end up drafting, how that would end up taking away some red zone looks for Edelman. So, I don't know how you see it going. I think you said 5 to 7 in the group.
I did.
I know Edelman's not a big touchdown guy, but I feel like he's going to have a lot of opportunities this year, even with the draft and Demaryius Thomas.
Well, what's going to happen is Brady's going to look, now that we have Julian Edelman healthy for a full year, hopefully, well, knock on wood, but he's saying he's healthy to start the year. He's not going to be suspended. He's there for week 1.
Right.
Tom Brady right now and you saw in the Super Bowl, who does he look to? He looks for the running backs and he looks for Julian Edelman. It's going to take time. If Josh Gordon comes back and he's not suspended and now they have Demaryius Thomas, they still have James White. Listen, how this all feeds in. Julian Edelman's going to be the guy he's going to get targets and receptions.
Yeah,
He's not going to get in the red zone
right.
unless he's literally wide open.
Okay, yeah.
So
because he's
with
small.
that, So here's the thing: what Brady likes to do is when he's in the red zone, and if you guys know this, they'll run the ball. If the Patriots are a team, if they're in the red zone, if they're first and goal at the 5-yard line, they're going to run the ball.
Right.
They're not going to do what Russell Wilson did. Trust me. Shout out to him, by the way.
Big deal for Russell Wilson.
After that, we'll get into that real quick, and then we'll really get it.
Yeah.
But with Julian Edelman, you never know. The guy was never a big touchdown guy. He's not here to score touchdowns. He's here to get first downs for us.
Right.
He's a chain mover. He's a very good target. He's always open. So with that, I'm going to stay 5 to 7. And because you never know, Julian Edelman out of nowhere could have a 3-touchdown game. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna say 6 is fair for him. I think. What did he pick up last year? Wasn't it around 6 and he missed 4 games?
He missed 4 games, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up. I don't think I have this right here.
I could probably check it fast. We'll see who gets it first, I guess. I think it was 6 though, or 3. It might have been 3 only. Although I think. Okay, it was 6.
It was 6.
Jeremy was trying to say he thinks it'll drop to 3, which we found a little bit.
He'll have more than 3.
Yeah, I think so too, and he missed 4 games. I mean, Demaryius Thomas might not even play that much. We don't even know how healthy he's gonna be. Like you say all that stuff now, but he can go in an instant. You don't know.
Here's the thing: his deal that he signed, that $6 million, literally it was chump change. It's all incentive based. So basically,
I saw that. I did.
So
see
basically,
that.
he's not even a lock to make the team. So it's depth right now. So obviously, I'm gonna say I think he makes the team. Of course, why wouldn't he? He's Demaryius Thomas. He can still play.
Yeah. So do you want to get into Russell talk?
Want me to break it? Or
yeah,
you want to?
I'll say it, I guess.
Go ahead,
do it. So there was a huge speculation. I was starting to believe, and I fueled this theory. Well, some of the other people did, but I caught it very early, around 2 months ago, when I was returning from Florida, that I thought Russell Wilson was heading to the Giants because
it made sense. It floated around.
I didn't think that, and it was picking up more steam, but obviously he's not. But it was because I didn't think they were going to extend him and meet his deadline he set in the 15th, and they did. They answered the bell, and he's the highest paid quarterback now per year. I believe the highest overall player in the NFL per year.
You want the deal?
It's 4 years for $140. Guarantee is what, like 60?
He got $65 million signing bonus.
So that's his guarantee right there, the 65.
That $65 million, if I'm not mistaken, it's like I think it's like 75 or 80 something with guarantees. It's a big. Here, yeah. I'll tell you guys what. I will give you right now. I have the official number. So right here is so Russell Wilson's contract right here is so what it is, it's 4 years, $140 million with $65 million signing bonus.
Okay.
He averages $35 million per year.
Yeah.
4 years. Aaron Rodgers' deal was just under that.
Yeah, he had to take over Rodgers, yeah.
So that $65 million signing bonus never been done. That beats out Rodgers by $9 million.
Interesting.
So, and receives a record $107 million in total guarantees. That's crazy.
That's a huge contract.
So listen, you want me real quick? I'm going to say this. Russell Wilson's a tremendous player. I think he has a lot of upside. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls back to back.
I have some of his numbers if you're interested.
Go ahead, let's hear it.
So yeah, he won the Super Bowl, like you said. He's a 5-10 Pro Bowler, which people don't take much stock in. That's fine. But for his career, almost 64% complete. Already has 2,500 yards. He has 196 touchdowns and just how many intercepts? 63.
2,500 yards? You mean 25,000 yards?
Yes, 25,000 is what I meant by that. I as soon as I said it, I was like, wait. So he has almost 200 touchdowns, just 63 picks. His touchdown percentage is 6. I guess of his throws, I'm gonna say, and then his rating's 100.
His quarterback rating?
Yes, which is very good. And I'm trying to check some rushing numbers on it because that's important.
And you want to know something with him? He has literally, imagine if he had tremendous receiver help.
Yeah.
The only person he's been reliable on is Doug Baldwin.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that he's done it with no big name receivers is second to none. This is what his career is like. he throws to nobodies. He makes people
He's
like Tom
your
Brady
boy.
used to.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so
know. Yeah, I mean it's a good analogy, but I think Lockett's coming on. I like what I've seen from
yeah, I
Lockett.
agree.
I mean, there's not like you said. He's never had a Julio. He's never had anyone KB. Like you've never seen an Odell walk through the doors in Seattle. Like he's
No.
never had a frontline guy. Like Baldwin and Lockett are nice players, but they don't really keep defenses up at night. No, dude. Oh, with all due respect to them, I'm just saying how it is. But
well, he did have beast mode, so
well, that was a good running
Yeah.
back, but never a receiver.
No,
like
receiving
you said.
help
And
never
Jimmy
was
Graham
there.
was a shell of himself. He wasn't a legit.
except
tight end
his
at
final
that
year
point.
because he was playing for a contract, and then he finally decided to play like his normal self.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's how that goes normally. He's also ran for 3,600 yards and 16 touchdowns. So this is a big part of his game as well.
How many fumbles do he have? Does it say?
Let me see the fumbles. I think. Let's see. Damn, it should. Oh, okay. Defense and fumbles. Here we go. 70. Wow.
He's fumbled the ball 70 times. It should say.
Yeah, that's what it says. I mean, last year 10. Yeah, I mean, look, it says FMB fumbles.
Okay.
That's a surprisingly a lot, but I mean, he runs the ball a lot. It happens, I guess. But he's still a good quarterback regardless.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for the Seahawks. It's good for them. The problem is that Frank Clark is not going to be able to stay with the team most likely because how are they going to pay him after this? I don't see any way.
Well, all I'm going to tell you guys is this.
What's up with Frank Clark? You hearing anything?
All I heard is Frank Clark. Don't be surprised during the draft you see him moved. Trust me.
What do you think?
Where do I
You think we're in it?
It depends on
if we get Bosa or Allen or anything, maybe.
It depends on what you guys are thinking at 3. But honestly, if you guys draft an edge rusher, I don't think you could. I don't think. I mean, if you guys want to go get him and you get a young stud and you have Frank Clark, I mean, more power to you.
Well, I think that it would make sense still because our corners are very suspect, so we can do like the Eagles model and just blitz the quarterback and not cover anyone. I mean, it's worked for them. Maybe it could work for us. Second year of the quarterback with a rookie contract, although Wentz didn't make it through. But a lot of similarities with the Jets and the Eagles here, too. Watch out.
We'll see.
I'm not saying we'll go that far, but I got to be somewhat realistic. But want to break down schedules now, I guess?
So, yep, let's move on to the schedule. So, yesterday at 8 o'clock, and obviously if you're on Twitter, the schedule leaked hours before.
Yeah, we knew ours.
So,
but do you want to go through our teams? Do you want to do the prime games first? How do you want to do this?
So, here's what I want to do. Real fast, I'm going to give...
We can predict a few records, maybe.
That's what I want.
Some standings, like... Maybe, like we could do the divisions like our mock playoffs, but it will obviously change after the draft. Take this with a grain of salt, and it doesn't mean much right now. We're just having fun with it.
So I'm going to say this real fast. I'm going to go through New England's. I'm not going to really go in depth. Week 1, the banner drop. We all thought it was going to be Kansas City. Nope,
I'm upset with that.
It's going to be Pittsburgh. We're going to.
Now
the banner ceremony Sunday Night Football. As you know, we were snubbed and didn't get the first game of the year. That's fine with me. So the first Sunday Night Football, we're dropping a banner, our 6th banner ceremony against the Pittsburgh Steelers. We did the same thing against Pittsburgh when we won in 2014. In 2015, we opened up against Pittsburgh. Week 2, we travel to Miami. Obviously, we have trouble in Miami, especially when it's hot, and it's week 2. It's going to be very hot. Week 3, we got the Jets at home in Foxborough. Sub.
Right.
And then week 4,
Monday,
and then week 4, we're at Buffalo, so getting the AFC East out right away.
Yeah,
and
3 of the first 4 AFC East. That's definitely notable.
Week 5, we're gonna be we're traveling to Washington to play the Redskins. Then week 6, a big Thursday night game. Patriots have 5 primetime games. That's tops in the league. Week 6, New York Giants Thursday Night Football, and yours truly will be there. So week 7. We're going Monday Night Football at MetLife, New York Jets. Real quick, we're playing the Jets very fast. I like it. Week week 7. 8. Wow. Week 8, Cleveland. Big game. Big game up in Foxborough. The Browns versus the Patriots. We'll see what happens. Week 9, we got Baltimore, Sunday Night Football. Week 10 is our bye. Week 11, yours truly, once again, will be in Philly for this. Lincoln Financial for Eagles Patriots.
It's all right. They play right across the street from each other.
Eagles Patriots Super Bowl 52 rematch. Week 12 we play Dallas. Week 13 Sunday Night Football against the Texans. Week 14 big matchup. Kansas City.
Should have been week 1.
Week 15.
I'm gonna go on a rant about
guess what?
Soon.
15. Week 15 we're on to Cincinnati.
Wow.
Week 16 we got Buffalo and we close out the season against Miami at home. So with our schedule, this is what I'm going to say real fast. I think the Patriots could go 12-4. That's my best bet. and win the division.
Well, I want to pick you guys to go last, but your schedule's very easy. I'm trying to pick some losses for you. All right, let's say you go 2-2 in the first four like you normally do, just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to pick 3 losses after that. Well, if we beat you the first time, I don't think we'll beat you twice. I say maybe we get 1 win against you realistically if things go well. Baltimore Sunday Night Football, you're at them. That could be a loss potentially.
Okay.
I think I could see you guys losing down to Philly, and then I could see you guys dropping the Chiefs game or
Really?
Dallas. So
Okay.
I could see worst case like 10-6. That's probably like my That's like my hope. But like more realistic, I see 11-5 on the schedule.
11-5, yeah. I will say this, in my
Because
opinion,
I could see you losing to Dallas or KC.
I think week 2.
You probably beat one of them, maybe not both of them. What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna say week 2. I hate to say it in Miami, it's hot.
That's gonna be tough for you.
We're gonna lose there. I think we come home.
I think you beat Steelers.
I think
Our game will be interesting.
In the first 4 games, I think we go 3-1. We beat the Steelers. I think we beat you at home, and we beat Buffalo. And Buffalo, come on.
Well, yeah, you should get that.
Then we play Washington. I think the Cleveland game is going to be tough. Baltimore is going to be tough. Philly will be tough, definitely.
Yeah, at Philly
and
too. Yeah.
I'm just going to say this: a sleeper game is Dallas. I think that
that's why I said that too.
That's a trap game. So I'm going to go with 12-4. I think that's fair. I still think the Patriots win the AFC East until somebody proves it to me.
Right.
I'm going with my team, of course.
Well, I'm still going to say you guys win the division. I'm going to be realistic about it. As much as I wanted to throw on you, but
let's see now to AFC East. People, now it's the Jets
okay,
schedule.
So I'll
Let's
tell you
hear it.
how I think our season's going to go a little bit. So, first 2, Bills and Browns, I think we might split those, but I think we'll win the first game. The Browns game will be a challenge, but we're home. I think we have a shot. At you guys, it's going to be a tough game, but maybe we'll get lucky in that first 3. But I see at Philly, best case, we're going 2-2 in the first 4 games probably. I mean, it could be 1-3, it could be 0-4 if it's a disaster, probably not. I mean, Browns, Patriots, Eagles is a tough stretch in 3 games.
Absolutely.
I can't sugarcoat that at all. And I'm expecting 2 losses probably, at least. So I'm hoping we win 2 somehow. That would be a great surprise.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dallas is going to be a toss-up, and it's right after my birthday. So that'll be fun. I'll definitely be there.
After.
Yeah, so I have to go to that game. Then in Jacksonville, I think we can get it done. I can see us winning that game. The back half of our schedule is very favorable. Miami is our longest flight. I have some fun notes about our schedule, but Jacksonville, Miami, then we play you guys twice, like you said, in the first 7. The Giants, we better get that dub. I mean, come on, it's time to rise up for New York. Washington is definitely a winnable game. Oakland's a winnable game. Their schedule's brutal, which I'll get to more in a second. I have some notes on the schedules on the back of this page that I'm going to talk about. I think you'll enjoy what I'm going to say somewhat. I'm talking about weak schedules, easy, hard schedules. I'll go into all of it, but why did it do that? So, disregard Sari. Bengals, we can win that game, obviously, in Cincinnati. If we don't, we have problems. And Miami, it's going to be annoying. I hope we can beat them twice. But we're going down there late, so it shouldn't be as hot. So hopefully that helps us. Baltimore, that's a loss. On Thursday Night Football, I'm not going to enjoy that game. I don't see us winning that one.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. And you know
That's not a good situation. When I saw that, I was like, damn. I was thinking about going to Baltimore. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to that.
Well, you're thinking of going to a lot of games, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. It should be a fun season. I've never been to a Jets road game, so I'm going to change that this year. And Eagles week 5, definitely. Maybe your game up in week 3. We'll see what happens. Who knows? And then Pittsburgh. All right, here we go. Pittsburgh needs to get flexed to Sunday Night Football. Take the Bears and Chiefs out. I'm not that interested in the Bears. Way too many primetime games. I'll get on the spiel with them later. I believe they have 5 primetime games. That's way too much for me. I mean, Khalil Mack's cool, but other than that, what's really over there? I don't know. I mean, their offense is all right. Mitch is okay, but regardless, Jets Steelers, come on, NFL. It's Le'Veon Bell versus Steelers on MetLife. Give us that revenge match. At least flex it to 4:30 or something. 1 o'clock doesn't seem right to me at all for that game. I really hope they fix that.
Well, they might.
I know it's a flexible position, so that's why I'm hoping that they do. And then at Buffalo, to end the season, I pray to God that we don't come.
Oh, my God.
All right. Let me just get it over with now. I have to talk about this, sadly.
Right.
I pray to God that we do not have a repeat of what happened in 2015, needing a 1 win to make the playoffs and falling flat to a team that probably won't be in playoff contention, I'm going to say now, because if we're going to be in contention, they can't be. So that's how that's going to go, hopefully. But the problem is, so I'm going to break down the schedule. I think we're going to split with Buffalo, sadly. We always seem to split with them.
Okay.
I'm going to give us 2 wins against the Dolphins because we need to get those wins.
Dolphins are terrible.
If we're going to be a serious team, you have to beat them twice. No excuse about in division. I'm going to say we knock you guys off once.
Okay.
So I'll give us 4-2 in the division. I think if we go 4-2 in the division, we can make the playoffs. I think the first 7 stretch, my best case scenario is 3-3 because our first 7's
that's
a
realistic.
tough situation.
I like that. That's very realistic.
I can't say more than 3 wins. It could even be 2-4, honestly. But our back half is very favorable. I see 6 wins straight in this situation. Imagine we pull these off. Jacksonville, Miami, Giants, Redskins, Raiders, and Bengals are all beatable. Though that's not a stretch at this point.
It's very doable.
It is,
I'm looking forward to to start the year when the schedules got released. I was shocked that it was all skeptical that week 1 was going to be Cleveland at Monday Night Football for the Jets.
You know what? I'm going to look at this and say 10-6 because if we go 3-3 here, I can give us, if we lose the 3 tough games, let's say we lose them and we split, you guys split Buffalo, that puts us at 10-6. And I think we can grab a wild card at 10-6 if this happens. I know the AFC North is interesting, the AFC West is tough. So we'll see. Optimistic 11-5. I think that's the best we can do. Low ball, if everything goes wrong, I think like 7-9 probably.
Okay.
So that's how I see that going. But there are some fun notes with the Jets schedule. Some really fun notes I want to get into that make me feel very good about it. So, Jets, here we go. We have the fewest miles traveled in the NFL this year. So it will be a very easy road traveling as our farthest game's in Miami. We have the second softest 16-game slate per win total as of last year. We are favored in 8 games already, which is really great, and it hasn't happened in years. I can't even believe that. We're never favored in that many games. Wow. But it doesn't mean anything. And like I said, our back half, look, favorites in 7 of the last 9 games. So it's very doable. Jets, the schedule sets up nicely. You know what? Screw it. I'm not waiting anymore. I've waited 8 years. Playoffs are busts. I'm going to be disappointed if we don't make the playoffs. We don't have to win a division, but make the playoffs. Come on, guys. It's been 8 years. There's no more excuses. I'm sick and tired of hearing we're building. No, this is it now. We've built. I just can't wait to see how we finish this off in the draft and maybe make a few more savvy signings and trades. So I know a lot of people don't want to say this is a playoff team, but I'm gonna say it. We gotta make it. I'm not settling for 9-7 missing. No 10-6 missing. I mean 10-6, 9-7 will be great seasons, but if we miss, I'll be upset. This is a good chance to make the playoffs. We haven't had one in a while. The schedule won't be this easy again for a long time, maybe if ever. This is where we were a last place team last year, so everything is in our favor. We got to make this happen.
Well, all the money you spent on players to try to make this better and try to...
That too, yes.
According to your new head coach and your new linebacker, 85
Oh, we were talking on Twitter about this.
Dethroning the Patriots. You know, I mean, listen, this year, I know it's a work in progress, but this year, if the Jets can't win more than 7 or 8 games,
it's an embarrassment.
I think it's a complete and utter embarrassment.
So do I. I'm with you.
I think that... in my opinion, I'm going to tell you this. I applaud the Jets for what they did. They went out. They said they were going to go get Lev Bell. And what did they do? They went out and got him. They went out and spent money. They approached every position they needed and worked it out. They got Jamison Crowder, C.J. Mosley to load up on linebackers. So the Jets linebackers, I'm going to say this, underrated. They're top 3 linebacking core in the league.
The inside is nasty. Avery Williamson and Mosley. Everyone says we overpaid for Mosley. All right, maybe, but I don't care. We needed him, and he's going to be a savage inside. I'm so happy for him. Also, there's one thing about the linebackers that we can supplant and possibly complete if we get Josh Allen, because we don't really have a nice outside linebacker.
No, you don't.
Darren Lee's going to get traded. He's as good as gone, which that's going to be another thing that happens during the draft.
That's 100% happening.
Yeah, him and Frank Clark, I'm almost 100% sure.
And there'll be teams...
Also, Gerald McCoy, watch out for. The Bucs don't have enough money to pay their draft picks, so you know how well they're run. That's embarrassing.
We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to...
So, I'm going to say... What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to see what's going on.
Yeah, so... Or if we get both, so that would help the inside, too. But, yeah, the linebacking core is nice. Like I said, the big weakness on defense is corners. that's a problem. I can't run from that. Jermaine Johnson needs to step up this year. We're gonna be counting on him. So without Jermaine, and then we've signed Brian Poole to be our third corner. Tyrell Roberts as a 2 scares me a lot, honestly. So I hope he can step up. Also, our offensive line needs work. We signed Osmelly, but other than that, we haven't done much. I need to see a few more upgrades, which hopefully happen in free agency and the drafts, particularly at center. I mean, Harrison's a nice backup. I'm not sure if I trust him to fully start yet, but we got to get a decent veteran center in there or draft someone and see if they can make it happen.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go to some more notes about other teams because we spent a lot of time on our teams. I want to give some other teams love too.
Well, yeah, we're not going to go through all their schedule. We'll just read some notes.
Well,
so.
I'm going to do notable games. So
Okay.
Raiders,
yes,
Raiders and Bucks, they both got destroyed by the schedules. The Bucks need to travel 1,800 miles in a 5-week stretch. That's going to be a brutal stretch for them. But the Oakland Raiders, 7 1 p.m. games, and
for a West Coast team,
they are going to be in trouble. They have to face Mahomes twice, Rivers twice, Watson, Luck. They have to go to London, and they have to play Watson, I believe. Aaron Rodgers. Raiders, I can't see it. I hate to say their season's done, but based off that, I don't see how they're doing anything.
It's going to be tough. They did get a nice offensive.
And they got to travel to Minnesota, and they got to travel to us, too.
It's going to be tough
for
them.
We're part of one of the 7 We're one of the 7 p.m. games. But a West Coast team playing 7 1 p.m. games, that's insane. The NFL just said the Raiders have no shot this year. They're like, we're not going to let you guys win this year.
It's going to be a tough.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
John Gruden's got his work cut out for him,
like
definitely.
always. But another team that got messed up with the schedule, Saints. Their first 4 games are playoff teams. They got to play Houston, at Rams, at Seattle, and Dallas, all to start the season.
I guess the NFL literally has it out for the Saints.
Yeah, you see the missed call. Shout out Christos, a Saints fan. Yeah, brother, we feel for you right now. The first 4 is tough, but I think it gets more manageable in the beginning. So, towards the middle, actually, I want to say. Okay. So now, those are some tough ones. Let's go over some easy ones. Okay. Ours are fairly favorable, I would say. The Packers and Eagles schedules are extremely favorable. The Eagles are only facing 2 top-tier quarterbacks on the road. It's just Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers. And their 3 toughest games besides those 2 are all at home. They play the Bears, the Patriots, and the Seahawks in a 3-game stretch, but they get you guys off the bye. And
they're coming off a bye, too, that week, too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you guys are.
No,
you are also?
We have the same bye as the Eagles.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. I didn't look that far.
Week 10.
So they get some of their tough games at home. They only have to face 2 elite quarterbacks on the road. I'm going to tell you this. I think I may have their schedule out. And I have Dallas' schedule out. I'm going to try to go through the NFC East quickly. Eagles are going to be... I think Eagles are getting the divisional before they even go through the Cowboys' schedule, probably. The NFC East changes every year. The Redskins and Giants have no shot of winning the division unless something crazy happens in the draft that we haven't even seen yet. Yep. So, let's go through Cowboys quickly. Connor, what's up? If he watches this, he'll be happy we're doing this. Or maybe not, since we're saying they won't win the division. But DeMarcus Lawrence coming back was a great move. I think we may have discussed that in the past. And they want to work on deals for Cooper, which is good, and Elliott.
And Dak.
Dak I don't like too much still, but...
And then they still got to pay Zeke.
Well, yeah, those 3, yeah. I said Zeke. So, Giants, I'm going to give them a win. Washington, I'll give them a win. Miami wins. Oh, so they're starting off good. And New Orleans loss. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, Easter lunch.
Jets.
Jets, hopefully a loss. But maybe it could be a win. That's I'm on the fence still.
Okay.
Eagles, I'll give them a loss. At Giants win. Minnesota, loss. Detroit win. You guys lost. That's a close one too. But they're in Foxborough. Buffalo win. At Chicago loss. Rams,
big time loss.
Yeah, probably. At Philly, I'll give them a dub because I'll say they split this year. Washington win. So what does this look like for them? Looks like it's 8-8. It's like 9-7 around, maybe 10-6.
Just like the Cowboys are mediocre. So
maybe at 8-8 if things don't go the right way. You know how many times Jason Garrett's at 8-8. So one prediction. So we predicted 2 divisions already. Wow. Eagles first, Cowboys second, and then we'll say. I think you agree. Do you think we're the runner-up to you guys this year?
Talking
in our division.
Yes.
So do you think we're a playoff team?
I do. I think you guys are a wild card team.
Okay, I like it. All right, so let's go out. Let's talk about some other easy schedules. Now we have the Packers. The schedule makers help the Packers tremendously. They have 5 of their first 7 games at home. Bears, Vikings, Denver, looks like Dallas, Philly, and they end with the Giants, Redskins, Bears, and Vikings, and Lions. The Packers, I think, might have a bounce back this year. I could see them win the division. We just said that schedule looks very soft for them.
Did you see what they did in free agency?
Yeah, their defense is nice now. They just need another wideout to complement Adams, in my opinion.
And they'll be just fine. The Packers are going to be right. What they needed to start fresh. They got away from McCarthy. Rodgers.
Yeah.
They got a new guy. He got Matt LaFleur,
So you're buying the LaFleur system with Rodgers? You think they'll be clicking?
Yeah, I think that, you know what, LaFleur can get Rodgers. You know what, they're both young. They both can work out what they want. I think
there is one huge game
that
we missed with this, but
what is
sorry I cut off your point.
What is it?
But this is the biggest prime game of the year potentially. Chiefs and Packers at Arrowhead Stadium, Week 8. It's gonna be must-watch television. Get your popcorn ready. Patty Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers, fighting for the top spot in the league potentially. Currently, I know you're gonna have this feud with Brady, but I think right now, I think those two are at the top of their games. I'm sure you would agree if we took Brady out of the conversation that those two are at the top. Right?
You're not getting an argument from me about that one.
Okay, so that's going to be a fun game. I'm definitely circling that one on my calendar.
Oh, I can't wait to watch
that's
that.
That's going to be sick.
That should be, if that's not Sunday Night Football.
Well, it is.
It is?
Yeah, that's
Good.
what I'm saying.
Good.
It's Week 8.
I'll stay up all night to watch that.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting game. And I have the rest of the Chiefs schedule while we're doing this. So let's see. Let's try to project. Actually, okay. Let's do the NFC North, and then we'll go to the AFC West. So who do you think? So you think Packers will take the division back, or do you got Vikings or Bears?
Look. I'm going to tell you this right now. This division. Never mind the Lions. The Lions are out.
Yeah, they're not in it.
So
we can all agree on that.
This is what I'm going to go with.
How do you feel?
Until I see somebody stop that Bears defense.
Oh,
because
that's the first game of the year, by the way.
Yeah,
that's a big one too.
So here's what I'm going to say. I'm a big believer in Matt Nagy. I think he has turned that Bears team around. I think that Mitch Trubisky is not a fluke. I think he's very good. He's a dual threat. He could kill you with his arm and he could kill you with his legs. So here's the one thing I'm going to tell you. They got rid of Jordan Howard. Now you're going to see Tariq Cohen. And don't be surprised if they get another running back in the draft.
Right.
So this is what I think. I think that the Packers in this division are going to have trouble against Chicago. I think this is Chicago after last year. This is Chicago's division. What the Packers did in free agency, I love. They loaded up on defense. They spent money. Craig, I know you say it all the time. You know Ted Thompson doesn't like to spend money. What did he do? He opened up his wallet and paid. So it should pay off. I think they're one more receiver away from being an elite team.
Well, yeah, that's what I said too. But so you think Bears division?
I think it's going to come. This is my opinion.
Let's hear it.
I think it's going to come down to the Bears and Packers late in the season.
Well, they play Week 15, I think.
Week 15. That's going to be the division. You want my opinion?
What's up?
Here we go. I'm going to go with the Bears win the division.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to say the Packers take the division back, and I'm going to say the Bears have a drop off, and I'm going to say the Vikings finish second, but they don't make it again because Kirk Cousins is their quarterback, and Anthony Barr is a little baby, so I want nothing good for happening to him. But anyway, yeah, everyone knows what he did. I'm not even going to talk about that loser anymore. So I'm going to say Bears can possibly grab a wild card, though I haven't done my whole picture yet, but I have Packers ahead of Bears. I think that they're going to get... The Bears' offense needs work to me still. Their defense is lights out. Tariq Cohen, we have to see how he handles the big load. We don't know how he's going to respond to that. Still, I like him as a player, but how's he going to handle 20, maybe 25 touches? We'll have to see. So I think the Packers' offense is going to be good this year. I think they'll find
course
someone
they
to
are.
supplant
Yeah.
Adams, and that defense with Preston Smith, with Darius Smith, the Smith guys they picked up.
The
That
safety's
safety,
Adrian Amos.
Right, they took him off the Bears. There you go. So that's a what a game. That's a net game for the Packers.
Taking
and subtraction for
taking
the
a
Bears.
page out of the Patriots playbook.
Yeah, very good play, Green Bay. So I'm going to say Packers get back and win that division. So
Okay.
AFC West. Let's go through the Chiefs quickly and
Go
see
ahead.
how we see them doing.
Go
So
ahead.
at Jacksonville, I think that's a win. At Oakland, it's a win. So they're 2-0.
Baltimore
At
win.
home, yeah. At
Detroit
four.
win.
Indianapolis, could
Loss.
they slip up there?
Loss.
Houston, they're not slipping up, I don't think. At Denver, tricky. Green Bay, I'll put them at 5-3, 6-2 at that point. Minnesota, I'll give them a dub. At Tennessee, at Chargers, I say they lose one of those games.
Chargers
Maybe
are in
Chargers,
their Chargers
yeah.
are in their head. They found a way to
Yeah.
trust me. They're not going to beat the Chargers.
So Oakland, they'll get a dub. I'm gonna say they sweep Oakland. Against you guys, it's very up in the air. Denver, they'll win once at least, if not both times. At Bears, they could lose, and home against the Chargers. So Chiefs should still get. I'm gonna say they take a step back from last year. What were they, 13-3, or were they 12-4?
I think they were 13-3.
I'm gonna say they dropped to 11-5.
Yeah, that's
Because that
reason-
defense lost a lot. We had obviously Hunt
They
won't be
did
there
get
for the full season.
they did get the Honey Badger
But that's
Tyrann
not
Matthew.
enough, though.
It's not enough.
And they got to address it in the draft.
And
Defense should, every pick for Chiefs has to be drafts. Every pick has to be defense, and if they're not sure, more defense.
that's a team who should really go after Frank Clark.
Wow, that would make some sense. But why would they get Clark if they didn't want to pay Z Ford?
Here's.
Unless they like, it's weird. I don't know, man. I mean, they get rid of D Ford, they get rid of Justin Houston. Eric Berry's a shell of himself, so I understand.
Eric Berry
that
doesn't
move.
even have a team right now.
Exactly my point. So, I think Chiefs will be 11-5.
You think the Chiefs' defense was bad last year? Wait till you see it this year.
Yeah, they're gonna have to hit a lot of draft picks and maybe make a trade if they can somehow. But I just don't know. I don't think that cap situation is too friendly. I think that's why we don't see Z Ford and KC anymore.
No.
So, with that, what do you think about this division? You think Chiefs or Chargers? Because that's really what it comes down to, obviously.
I think it's going to come down to the wire, but I'm still going to go with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going to say Chiefs as well. Chargers have to be a wild card, though.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
No, of course they are.
So
Absolutely.
AFC North.
I think the wild card game is going to be you guys versus them.
It could be. So this is shaping up to be all about the AFC North and AFC South, who we think's going to get those. So let's go to the Browns and Steelers quickly. I know we're running down on time. It's like we go to the draft stuff as well.
Listen.
Yeah. We could go a touch over an hour maybe, but not too much.
Yeah,
we'll
because
see.
I got...
you have stuff going on? All right. So let's just take a look at the Browns schedule quickly.
Tennessee win.
Jets is up in the air. I'll do win-loss for them. Rams loss. Baltimore, I'm going to give them an L. I think San Francisco, they'll win.
Whoa. Wait, you think they're going to lose to Baltimore?
They're traveling. I mean, the
I don't
Ravens
care
are still a tough
Did
team.
you see that team? All right. You think they lose. I think they win that game. San Fran win. Seattle
win
dub.
at home. You guys, I'll say they probably lose, but it could be up in the air maybe. Denver, I'll give them a
W.
dub.
Buffalo,
W.
blowout game. Pittsburgh, blowout game.
They lose one of them. I think they split with Pitt. I think they're going 4-2 in the division. I think they're going to split Baltimore, split
They're going to
Ravens.
lose at Pittsburgh. So
Yes, Miami win, Cincinnati win, Arizona win.
big time win.
Baltimore, I'll give a win. So
Cincinnati crush them.
So this looks like, what am I looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses.
11-5. I'm gonna go with 12-4 for Cleveland.
I'm gonna
and they win the division.
Whoa. Someone said 11-5 today. I'm gonna drop them off to 10-6 because a lot of primetime games. We're gonna see if they live up to all the hype. Still, I know it looks good on paper, but we gotta see it actually happen. Also, Kareem Hunt will be back. Some of these games are toss-ups. On the schedule, I believe there's 5 I wrote down as losses, but there could be more maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I feel about the Browns. 10-6. Let's look at the Steelers because there are significant teams. Much as our fan bases don't like each other at this point and how salty they are. I'm half Steelers fans.
They're a clown show.
Steelers fans might as well come to my house and storm my driveway when it snows. That's how salty they be acting. They are up in the comments about Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown. Like, let it go. You guys messed up. You didn't pay him. You didn't do whatever you need to do.
You guys brought this on yourselves.
Brown was like a little different, but Bell was all your fault.
Absolutely.
So that, just get over it already and move on to the season. And I hope we smoke you guys week 16, obviously.
So Steelers,
let's go through it.
Week
They're not going to
1,
beat you guys.
no.
They'll beat Seattle. I'll say they beat San Fran. It'll be a tough game, but I'll give them the
Cincinnati,
win.
they get the dub.
Cincinnati win. Baltimore,
Nope.
I'll split them up.
They're going to get destroyed by the Chargers.
That's a loss, I agree. Miami dub. Indy lost. Rams lost. Cleveland lost. They'll win this one. They'll win this. Arizona dub. Dub. Loss. And
Loss.
I'll give them one dub against the Ravens. So what does this put them at? Looks like a 9-7, which is realistic, I think. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty realistic. 9-7, 10-6.
They're like an 8-8. They're like an 8 to 10 win team to me, probably. I can't see them winning more than 10 games.
No,
I mean, everyone's wanted to say, "Oh, we can replace AB. We have James Conner replace Bell." How did James Conner do last year? It was good, but you guys didn't make the playoffs.
He's got a promising career.
No, Connor's a good player, but he's not Le'Veon Bell. That's all I'm saying.
Well, not a lot of people are Le'Veon Bell.
I know Connor's a stud, but he's got to stay healthy. He missed some time last year.
Well, here's the thing, Jules. Another thing too, Le'Veon Bell gets injured too. Here's another.
Yeah, he does. You're right, and he hasn't played in a year, so it's all up in the air. I can't be too confident, I guess, yet. Let me see my playoff picture, how we're looking now. So let's just do it quickly. We're not going to be able to check the schedule for the AFC South, but whose division do you think that is? It's
AFC South.
It's
Indy. I'm going with Indy.
You know what? Yeah, I have to agree. I think. I don't see it for the Titans or Jaguars. Definitely not. Still, they need weapons on offense.
I mean, it's going to be a toss.
I mean, Nick Foles will be better than Bortles, obviously, and that'll be a big upgrade for them. That'll help them win some games. But yeah, I don't think so. I don't see them winning that division. We both agree Browns are going to win the division. Ravens and Steelers are going to be tough competition. I think Texans, but I think Texans will fall flat. I don't like what's going on there. That's even if they make the playoffs, another one and done. They never win anything in the playoffs. The Colts are the better team. They showed it in that playoff game, and now they're just more seasoned. The young guys getting more experience. Darius Leonard, Quentin Nelson just coming into their own. You got a three-headed monster at the running back. You got Matt Hines. Who's the other one? There's one more.
Wilkins.
There we go. Yeah. And, I mean, Funches I'm not the biggest fan of, but he will help T.Y.
I forgot they got him. Wow.
Yeah, also, I think they're going to go wide receiver in the draft as well. I actually have them getting Hollywood Brown, which we'll get to soon.
I have them getting Paris Campbell from...
so we both have receivers. Okay.
Yeah.
So, here's how a playoff picture might potentially look for the AFC. Pats, Jets division, in our division. You guys win the division. Chiefs, Chargers out west. And we're going to say Indy makes it and the Browns. So the Browns will replace Baltimore and the Jets will replace... Who was the team that was in the AFC last year? Let me think quickly. Ravens were in it. Chargers were in it. Oh, we'll replace Texans.
Yeah.
There we go. So I want to go through let's go through Monday Night Football quickly. Texans, Saints will start the season. Broncos, Raiders. We play Jets 2 Monday night games. Very notable. We're playing Browns and Patriots. Just tell me what pops out at you, I guess. Steelers, Bengals going to be a snooze fest. Why is it not Monday Night Football? That's going to be horrendous. Who wants to see that, honestly, besides Steelers fans?
I think Kansas City Chargers on Monday night is going to be great.
Probably one of the best ones. Ours, maybe. Browns will be interesting early.
Week 15.
Colts, Saints is good.
Colts, Saints is good.
Packers, Vikings is good.
I think
Ravens, Rams.
Yeah.
Giants and Seahawks. No, Giants and Cowboys and Giants, Eagles. Giants, Eagles is going to be horrible.
I'm not really a big fan
I don't think that's going to be fun. I mean, Giants, Cowboys, maybe.
A lot of these games are not.
Yeah, Monday night's not that good. I'm not too thrilled with it either. I mean, I'm on it twice, so I guess I can't complain, but I was talking about that the other day. So, Sunday Night Football. Let's go through those quick. And then we'll do this. We'll probably do like a few more minutes with the schedules. I'm gonna have to switch to draft talk really quick. I don't think the mocks will take too long. We'll probably just run through it, a couple storylines, and we'll be good. So Sunday night, I'm actually gonna talk about, to start this. I read an article before the show, and I agree with this one. I'm actually gonna talk about games I think that could be flexed out of Sunday Night Football. So the first game, Chiefs Bears, that one's gotta go week 16. I really hope that doesn't stay, because I want our game in it, obviously. But that was one of the top ones getting removed because they, like me, think the Bears might face some regression this year. And Vikings, Chargers, they said could get flexed out because they're not very high in the Vikings. I could see the Vikings faltering, like I said. I think they're like an 8 to 9 win team with Kirk Cousins probably. Patriots, Texans, I could see getting flexed out because the Texans might not be that good. And then my Packers, Bears will be fun. You guys will be interesting. Eagles Falcons week 3. I'm looking forward to. I gotta go through ATL schedule, of course, and then we'll do our NFC picture quickly, and then we'll wrap up the schedules after Thursday night too. So Rams, Browns, it's gonna be a fun one. Cowboys Saints could be interesting. Colts Chiefs could be good. Steelers Chargers is interesting. Any of these other games pop out to you? You guys and Ravens might be interesting. Yeah, take a look. I'm not gonna go through all of them.
L.A. Rams and Chicago stands out to me.
That's gonna be a good one.
The Saints Falcons stands out.
Oh right, Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving. There you go. That's gonna be and also Bears Lions, Bills Cowboys. Love the early slot.
I think the Rams Browns is gonna be a good game to watch.
Okay, so we'll move past Sunday. Let's go through Thursday quickly. So you see these games. I mean, Thursday Night Football is very always. I've never been a big fan of it for the most part. Like I said, I think we're losing Week 15 in Baltimore. It's a tough spot to travel, and it's not going to be fun to play that team.
Look, all these Thursday night games, I'm just going to tell you right now, I think the
Eagles Packers could be fun.
Eagles Packers, Patriots Giants will be fun.
Right, everything that's happened.
Division game. I mean, Dallas and
Chiefs Broncos is very.
A lot of these games are extremely weak.
I mean, Thursday night's never great. Let me see if anyone gets me. Yeah, Texans Jaguars. Yuck. Sorry, Steve, but I'm just saying. 49ers Cardinals. Why? I don't understand that.
Watch Jimmy Garoppolo against
Kyler Murray. I guess like if Murray gets picked and like maybe it could be something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean Cowboys Bears is whatever to me too. All right, yeah, we don't need to talk much about that. It's not that great. Thursday night, what do you think about Thursday Night Football? Do you think we should keep it? Should we get rid of it? Like, what if maybe a fewer games? I'm feeling that we should go fewer. Like, I like them maybe towards like the beginning of the season, like the first one. And maybe like a couple sprinkled in, like Thanksgiving makes sense. Like I don't want them every week though; it's too much, and I don't like the short weeks, and it messes up the game plans.
I think if they want to do a short week, change it to Saturday. I think they should do Saturday Night Football.
There you go.
So here's a marketing standpoint right here. You do it Saturday. You have fans watching Saturday night. You go to bed. You wake up, and then there's another game.
Interesting.
Thursday night, it messes everybody up. There's a lot of injuries. Right. I think they should have Saturday Night Football and then lead in. But here's the thing. I know it's college football at night, but here's the thing. You give the fans this. You give the fans a choice whether you watch an NFL game or a college game.
Oh, wow. I would actually propose a Friday so you don't have to compete with college. And it gives them a touch more time. Like, it's not great still, but... Like Friday, I think we could find a happy medium.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Friday night lights for NFL. Friday, that's not bad. I like that.
Because you're only competing with high school at that point, and only down south, and the prep schools up here, especially Hills.
No one gives a damn about high school.
Yeah, I mean, Friday I think would be a good spot for them. But okay, let's do NFC quickly. I know we want to get to draft soon. So I want to go through Falcons quick. I got to talk about my boys a little bit. So I want to see what you think about them this year. Let's go through the schedule. At Minnesota, opening day, I'm giving them a win because I don't like Minnesota, and the Falcons going to start the season.
Are they home for Philly?
They're trapped. Yeah, Philly's going to be a win-loss for me. It's a tough one. At Indy is probably a loss. Tennessee dub. At Houston dub. At Arizona dub. Rams, I'll give them a loss. Seattle, I'll give them a win. At Saints, it's a loss. Carolina without Cam Newton. I'll say they split with Carolina because we don't know what that story is yet. Tampa Bay, they got to beat them both times if they want to win the division.
And San Fran and Jacksonville both wins.
So, Saints, we'll say. Yeah, I'm going to say loss to San Francisco. I think they could get lost at the end of the season going out west. That could be a trap game.
And then New Orleans.
So, it's looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 5 losses potentially. So, if we give them optimistic 11-5, if they play up to standard, maybe 10-6, what do you think?
Yeah, I could see that. You know what? They, well, I'm looking forward to see what happens another year with Calvin Ridley. They get Julio coming back. Yeah, I know Julio wants a new contract.
Yes, that's a big storyline. Hopefully they give it to him because he should get more than AB. Best receiver in football, in my opinion. And that's my humble opinion. So if they don't like, I know people will dispute it. That's fine, but I'm gonna ride by Julio all the time. And I think his attitude's way better. His numbers aren't as great, but in some areas that you can argue they're better. He's missed time.
He's a team guy.
Yeah, exactly. And they're both very good. Obviously, it's like 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
But let's go through the NFC playoff picture. So, do you think that they can win the division with the Saints' tough schedule, or do you think the Saints will still rise up and win it?
Saints will find a way to win.
You know what? Dirty Birds, baby.
Okay.
Let's get it. Time to get the division back.
Okay.
So, well, I think they're both playoff teams, though. So we're gonna agree they're both playoff teams.
Okay.
NFC East, we already said we got the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys won't make it, I don't think. Cross them off the list as one team. Falcons take Cowboys spot early. NFC North, Packers are in.
I have the Bears.
You
So
have
both of them are playoff teams.
I might do Bears. I might not. NFC West. NFC West.
The Rams.
And I might surprise you. I haven't even looked at their schedule yet. But you're going to be stunned by this one, I think.
Huh.
I might say the 49ers are a playoff team.
You're smoking something.
I just wanted an interesting pick. So there's my out there pick. 49ers making the playoffs. That's a wild card. How crazy would that be?
That'd be pretty crazy.
So I'm saying the 49ers, the Packers, and Falcons take out. What teams are they taking out? Let's think on our feet here. Seahawks are gone. Who else was in it? Cowboys are gone, and there's one more. Saints, Rams are staying, and the Bears are staying, and the Eagles were in it. So, it's just those two then, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so that was a fun little segment about the schedules. Draft day, okay. So.
Now the fun's about to begin.
Before we do this, I think we should talk about our biggest storylines heading into the draft. So what do you think are the biggest storylines to watch for?
The biggest storyline, number one, of course, is if who are the Cardinals taking? Are they taking Kyler Murray? Are they going to go Nick Bosa? We don't know. So
that's the top storyline. That sets everything off.
So the Cardinals GM even said he doesn't know what he's going to do. Look, I think it's a fluke. We all know what you're doing.
It's Kyler season.
Especially
tell them the news.
Since you guys made a hype video without your starting quarterback.
You can't tip your hand like that. Why would they just put Rosen in it?
So,
dude, it's gotta be a done deal.
So,
Murray's the first pick.
Murray is the first pick. Another thing is, what are the 49ers going to do, I think, in opinion, because they have a big choice.
This is a big thing, too. So, I view this differently, although I'm also being optimistic, but a lot of people, including Ian Rappaport, says that he thinks that Quinnen Williams won't make it to the Jets and that he's going to get picked second by the 49ers.
Okay,
yeah. So I did that in my mock. So I have Kyler and Quinnen Williams early as my top two. You have Nick Bosa instead of Quinnen, which is very realistic and probably the smarter pick in my opinion, but we'll see, man. So what else do you think is a big storyline?
I think a big storyline is who's going to trade up and who's going to trade out.
Okay, like us potentially going back.
Trade down.
Redskins going in it maybe.
Don't be surprised if I've heard rumors that the Lions are interested in trading down, getting more picks, and so are the Seattle Seahawks.
So the Lions and Seahawks want to go back?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you a team to watch out for. Mine. The Patriots.
You guys are going to go up and get someone finally? You guys always go back and back, and you're going up now?
So
you have 12 draft picks, though.
The Patriots and I think the Giants. Patriots and Giants both have 12.
Well, the Giants got those extra picks from Cleveland, so yeah.
They both lead the NFL in picks with 12. I will tell you this. If the Patriots trade up, it's going to be for either a receiver or the tight end.
Right.
That's what I think.
So you think who would? Okay, here's a fun question, I guess. Sure. So what receiver do you think you guys is number one on your board? Or maybe someone besides Metcalf. Although I think I asked you this, but who do you think the team would target? Maybe not even just you, but who do you think they would like as a second receiver? Because I don't think you're going to be able to get Metcalf.
You're not going to get Metcalf is off the board for us. We don't want him. I will tell you this right now. A.J. Brown.
You think that's who they want?
Listen, A.J. Brown.
I know you like him a lot.
A.J. Brown is the most NFL-ready wide receiver I have ever seen.
Really?
His highlight tape is tremendous.
You think even better than Julio?
He is... Look, you can't compare a guy to Julio.
Well, he's the most NFL ready in this draft. You want to say?
Yes, he's the most NFL ready receiver in this draft.
Oh, okay.
He is.
I was gonna say you're going a little crazy.
People are gonna probably ask me, "What do you think of N'Keal Harry?" Listen, I'm an AJ Brown guy.
Okay.
He is a stud. Last year he had 83 receptions. He had over 1,200 receiving yards.
Right.
I think he had double-digit touchdowns. He is a threat. He could do whatever you ask him to. And then another receiver to watch out for, in my opinion, is Deebo Samuel. A lot of people. I am very high on him. Shout out to Craig Stanton, to South Carolina. He was a stud. He could return for you.
What round do you think he would be in if this happens?
For Debo?
Yeah.
I think early second.
Okay. I can see him as a second, and maybe if he slips third. And my question is not which tight end you like better, but who do you think the Patriots like better, Hockenson or Fant, if they had a chance?
Hockenson or Fant?
Yeah, who do you think they like better?
Personally, me, I would take either or. Well, here's the thing. I really like Irv Smith from Alabama.
I know you're a big Irv Smith guy.
I will take any of these tight ends, okay?
Okay.
But in my opinion, watching the tape, I want a guy who could do what Gronk did and block and catch, and Hawkinson's the better blocker.
So you think the Patriots would value him more than Fant?
Yeah. So here's how I'm going to compare it. I compare Noah Fant to Travis Kelce. I compare Hawkinson to what Gronk could do.
Interesting.
I'm not going to say he'll turn into Gronk, obviously, but he could. But when you watch their tape, these guys are both exceptional players.
Okay.
And listen, if we get Noah Fant, I'll love it. We get Hockenson, I'll love it. We get Irv Smith, I'll really love it.
Okay.
I just want a tight end. We're going to definitely go out and get one. But my personal opinion, I want a receiver, and A.J. Brown is that guy.
Okay.
Last year, who did I want, Jules?
Sony Michel.
And what did they do? They got
him.
So this year, A.J. Brown. So I want to ask you a real quick question about the Jets.
For me? Okay.
So, if you were Mike McCognon and a team hit you up
about week... I'm going to put my GM hat on.
Say, for instance, Nick Bosa's gone.
Bosa's out off the board. We're taking Bosa off.
So,
okay.
At 3...
We got Quinnen or Allen with the pick.
So, a team offers you their first rounder this year, maybe their first next year or their second next year.
Okay.
Would you trade out or would you stay with the pick?
Well, it depends where and where we're going, because Redskins trade I don't like that much.
Give you an example right now. I'll give you an example.
Redskins?
Give you an example. What would you do if what team can I see trading up?
Bengals, maybe?
Maybe Bengals.
Let's think.
To 11? To go from 3 to 11?
Or maybe Broncos even, if they really want a quarterback.
You know what? You know what? That's a good point. I could see that.
Okay, so I'd have to think about this, but I want to keep the pick because the drop-off is tremendous for me. I'm not sure. At 10, I'm guessing we would look at Jawan Taylor if he somehow made it, or maybe even Noah Fant they were saying we had interest in. That would be crazy, but we have other needs. If we go back to 15, I feel like Greedy Williams would be in play. If we went back to the Redskins, we do need corners. But I've been saying this for a while, and I'm going to stand by it still. I'm not trading that pick. If Allen or Bosa's there, you take them. Even Quinnen Williams I've warmed up to at this point. He's very good. His tape is tremendous. His combine was tremendous. I just wasn't for Quinnen because I want an edge rusher. We haven't had one with John Abraham, really.
Absolutely. You don't need a D tackle.
I was very adamant when we traded Abraham. When I was like in 8th grade, I knew it was a horrible trade. I was like, why did we get rid of this guy? He was a machine every year. It was over money. Such a stupid thing. And we haven't been able to replace him for over a decade. And now there's a chance to replace him. And that's the one I want to take.
Okay.
So I'd like to get Allen in that scenario you painted out.
I think he makes the most sense for you guys.
Yeah, because people say he's a bust and they're worried about Kentucky, but I'm not worried about it. Could he be a bust? Sure, but anyone could be a bust.
People said that Khalil Mack because of Buffalo, and he turned out to be one of the best.
And he actually is similar to Mack in some ways. If you watch how they play a little bit. I'm not saying he's Khalil, but
I understand.
Like you get what I'm saying, kind of. And they both fit the 3-4 defense, I believe, like that outside linebacker type. And they're both very quick. That's why I made that analysis. But I'm not saying he's going to be Khalil Mack. So let's get that straight. So, yeah, that's what I would do. And that's a big storyline if we move our pick or not, I think. But here's another big storyline. The Giants. Are they going to go quarterback? What are they going to do with the picks? Are they going to somehow package them and go up? Are they going to go back to get more picks maybe? I don't know what Gettleman's thinking.
I don't want to give away too much, but I just think all I'm going to say is...
You know something?
I think that they'll surprise people with what they
do. You got to tell me off the set.
So what do you say about this, Jules?
Let's hear it. I know they like Daniel Jones a lot at 17. Is that what you were going to allude to?
Maybe.
But what were you saying? Let's do our mocks quick. But in a sec.
I was going to say...
What do you want to ask?
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
So here's how I want to do this. What do you say that we go? I say my first pick, you say yours, and we keep going that way.
Yeah, we'll do it cohesively like that.
So you ready?
Yeah. Do you think there's any other storylines we need to get to?
I don't. To be quite honest, the big storylines like this, if there's another storyline, will Bill Belichick trade up or trade out of first round?
I guess there's one more actually. That's very resource. Oakland with all their picks. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go back and get more? But other than that, yeah, let's just do the draft.
Absolutely.
We can do our mockers. We can do our mock now.
So,
I gotta get my phone for this because it's on my phone. But we'll
So-
each go 1-for-1 with this.
so without further ado, here is our mock draft.
One of our finals, maybe not
Yes.
final, because there might be another pre-draft show in AC.
So with the first pick, my first pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Kyler Murray.
And we're in agreement with that.
So with the second pick, the 49ers, they're going Nick Bosa, in my opinion. I think he's too good to pass up. He's one of the best players in this draft.
Quinnen Williams, because
Okay.
I've been hearing that he might go there, and that they might, and some people think he's the best prospect on the board, even over Bosa at this point.
Okay.
So that's why I'm going to pick them to Quinnen. And Jets, you have us getting Allen. I have Bosa because he falls in my scenario. So at the fourth pick, what do you have going on?
I got Quinnen Williams going to the
Imagine
Raiders.
that would be a steal for the Raiders,
Yes.
in my opinion, if he fell to 4. And I think that I would agree with that. But the way I did it is they get Josh Allen.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Because that way and then 5 looks like we have an agreement with Devin White going 5th.
The line with the loss of Kwan Alexander for the Buccaneers, they need a linebacker. One of the best in this draft is Devin White. So
Yeah,
it
that's
makes too much
really
sense.
clear. I think that's gonna happen. I'm pretty positive about that. Maybe I'll bet that in AC, honestly.
Yep.
I don't
So,
want to jinx it though.
so
The New York Football
with
Giants.
I
number
got
6.
them going. They need to get an edge rusher. They're going Montez Sweat.
Woohoo! Well,
What do you got?
there's 2 possibilities I see with this pick that are outside of Montez Sweat. Ed Oliver has reemerged as a top 10 pick potentially. I can see them going that route, but that's not what I did for them. Also, do you think that Sweat that they would take the risk even with the heart condition
Yes.
at 6?
Yes.
That's why I don't think they would do it at 6. My draft's a little different.
Okay.
But I'm saying Dwayne Haskins. Come on, guys. You need a quarterback. Stop playing games.
Okay.
Eli's got to go. You guys got to figure it out. Daniel Jones is not going to be the answer. Dwayne Haskins is going to be a way better pro than Daniel Jones. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong about this. I'm not an expert per se, yeah. I mean, I think Haskins is the second best quarterback in this class,
Okay.
and
I
maybe
agree.
even the best potentially if he plays up to his ceiling. Could he be a bust? Sure. I guess his floor is very low, which is what concerns people, but I think the Giants got to stop messing around. Get your real quarterback. He's a big dude. He has a strong arm. He's very accurate. I've watched him play at Ohio State. He looks good out there. He dissected Michigan's defense to a total of over 60 points. Previously one of the best defenses in the nation. And I think Haskins has to be the pick. Will they do it? Probably not. But that's what I would do if I was in their room.
So at 7, I'm going with the Jaguars going Jawan Taylor
Well,
at
that'll make
tackle.
Steve really happy.
So they need offensive line help to protect their new investment in Nick Foles, and this just makes too much sense.
I'm going DK Metcalf. I'm going to say they go get him. Foles needs a weapon. Speaking of the new investment, they don't have money wide receivers out there, and I think DK Metcalf would make the Jaguars' offense look formidable. You would have him, Leonard Fournette. Then you have Marquise Lee, Keenan Cole to work off of, T.D. Westbrook. You can work with that. They need someone else in that passing game to give them some juice, though. So what do we have going on at 8?
At 8, the Lions, if they don't trade out, they're going to go with Rashawn Gary. They need to
Okay.
load up on edge. He's an edge rusher. So,
Him and Trey Flowers. That would be a nice haul for the Lions.
exactly.
But your boy Patricia would really like that.
So what do you,
But I'm going to surprise you maybe. I'm saying T.J. Hawkinson.
okay.
Going 8.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a bit high for him, but I think the Lions need some weapons. They lost Eric Ebron, and so they haven't replaced him adequately, and they didn't know how to use Ebron either, so they need to find a tight end they could actually use, and I think Hawkinson could be that guy, because Jesse James is not the answer. I'm pretty sure you agree with me on that.
Yeah.
So, number 9, Jawan Taylor to the Bills.
I got them going DK Metcalf.
So we switched Taylor and Metcalf,
Yeah.
basically, which is very reasonable stuff, because the Bills need a wideout, and they also need line help.
Yeah.
So I think one of those picks is very realistic. Number 10 Broncos. Who you got?
I got them going Ed Oliver.
Oh,
they're gonna go.
whoa.
They're gonna have with this pick. They would have Von Miller, Chubb, and Oliver. That's
Damn,
just
that
scary.
defense is loaded. But
So who do you-
I'm going Drew Lock.
I
There's
knew
a
you
lot
would
of
do
fire around this. There's a lot of smoke around this fire. I'm buying it. I don't buy Flacco as the long-term answer, obviously. Elway can say whatever he wants. I think he's been getting too high in Denver anyway. He's been missing left and right on quarterbacks. Maybe he's nervous. Maybe he's gun-shy. But I think he likes this kid, and I think he's going to give him a shot. I also think that if Haskins somehow made it, he would definitely pick him. But I don't think, in this scenario, if Haskins making it. But in
Okay.
real life, if the Giants pass on him, I could see the Broncos also getting Haskins.
Hmm.
So 11. I have Rashawn Gary. A little drop off for Gary. He was top 5 at points, even picked as high as us in some drafts, which I think will be way too high. Raiders in some drafts, which I also think is a touch high. But I have the Bengals taking Gary. What do you have them doing?
I have them going Andre Dillard. They need offensive line help. That offensive line is pure garbage.
You're right, brother. That's a good pick for them. So 12. Who you got Packers doing?
T.J. Hawkinson.
Okay,
They need a tight end.
So he's there.
Jimmy Graham is nothing.
I agree.
And T.J. Hawkinson is young. Gives Aaron Rodgers a blocking tight end and gives a guy who can really do it all.
Yeah,
it makes too much sense.
You know, I thought about doing that for the Packers for Noah Fant since I took Hawkinson to the Lions. So I see your lane of thought here, and we also have them in the same division. So he'll be in the NFC North according to us. We'll see what happens. But Packers, I got Devin Bush.
Okay.
I think they could flex up on that defense a little more. I don't think there's any receiver we're taking that high, and I think that they're not really a big tight end team ever. Like, they never really rely on a tight end. Maybe before the system's different, but I don't think they're going to reach for Fant here. Yeah. I think they would go to shore up that defense. So, 13, who you got?
I got the Dolphins. They're going to shock everybody and go Dwayne Haskins.
Oh.
He's going to fall in my draft.
So the tank for 2020 is not true.
No, so they if Dwayne Haskins falls to them, they
you know what?
Would be foolish not to take him.
If he somehow makes it past the Broncos and Giants and Bengals, then I think they have to.
Yeah.
What choice do they have?
Exactly.
I agree with you, and that's how it goes.
What about
I
you?
have them doing Montez Sweat. I have Sweat taking a decent fall, and I think that if he somehow makes it, they would be very tempted by Ed Oliver, though, and I'm very nervous they would pull a trigger on Oliver, but there's a reason why I didn't put Oliver going to the Dolphins, because I want the Falcons to get him at 14.
So my pick for the Falcons is Devin Bush.
That's a good pick, too.
I think they need more linebacker help to help out Campbell, and it helps out Jones, and this just makes too much sense.
I agree with you, if that's how it goes. Yeah, so 15. I might shock you with this pick.
I'm going to shock you with mine. At 15, I got Drew Lock.
Oh, okay. I got Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Because in this one, I have Lock on, so I did Daniel Jones 15, and the Redskins have to draft a quarterback.
If they don't draft a quarterback,
I don't know what's
foolish.
wrong with them. You can't go into the season with Colt McCoy, Case Keenum as your starters. So your fans won't even buy tickets.
Absolutely.
I mean, Jets fans are going to flood that place. I can see it happening, and I might try to go to that one, too. All these games I'm talking about going to. I'm going to have to get some money, man.
So,
hopefully we're bigger than I see, right?
Yeah. So,
we got a little sidebar.
So, at 16, the Panthers, they need to protect their investment with Cam. They go Jonah Williams.
That's an interesting pick because I think Jonah's going to have a fall. I think he's going to fall as well because I've said that several times. I don't think he's a tackle. I think he's a guard more realistically, but he can still help them.
Yeah.
And especially that late. But I have him going further back. My pick's going to surprise you. N'Keal Harry for the Panthers.
Wow, okay.
I'm gonna go. I think they want a big body to replace Funches.
Okay.
And I think he could be way better than Funches which is insane too much maybe. But I think N'Keal Harry's a good receiver. And I think he could be the second, maybe even best in his class over DK Metcalf. I'm very high N'Keal Harry because I like his body and I like his speed. And I think he's got some good stuff going for him. He was coached up by Herman Edwards, who was the NFL coach. So he knows some stuff with the league. So I'm going to say that would be a nice pick for them. And now, I'm Giants 17. What are we doing with the Giants 17?
So here's my surprise pick. They're going Daniel Jones.
Oh, yep. That's what we were talking about before. I have them going Andre Dillard because of my draft he falls, and they desperately need line help. So I think we could agree that would be a good pick in my scenario. Yeah. So 18, what do we have going on?
I got the Vikings going Garrett Bradbury, and the reason why I have that is because that offensive line is not good at all.
Yeah.
They lost a few guys, and it just, you know what, it just makes too much sense.
Yeah, I'm going with Brian Burns from Florida State, actually. I think they could use some help in that edge.
Okay.
And I think they need to put some fear back into their opponents with that defense. You saw it took a drop-off last year.
Absolutely,
and I think Brian Burns would be a big pickup for them. So what do you got the Titans doing?
Brian Burns.
Oh, there we go. So more Brian. So we both agree Burns is right in that range then.
Yep. Mike Vrabel will load up. He has Harold Landry from last year, and then this year he's going Brian Burns. So he's building something.
I have a pick for you that you're going to like. I think Noah Fant Titans.
I could see that. That's realistic.
Because Delaney Walker's on his last legs as much as I like him.
So they definitely need a playmaker.
I think, and they need options other than Corey Davis in the passing game for Mariota.
Yeah.
He needs all the help he can get, obviously.
Who you got for Steelers?
This one I hate because it's such a good pick, but I couldn't deny it from them. Greedy Williams, Steelers.
Okay,
I feel like they have to.
I'm going to disagree with you. I think they load up on defensive line and they get Dexter Lawrence.
Well, we both agree they need defense.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's an interesting. I just think they need corners, and I think that's a great spot for Greedy.
Yeah,
to
help out Joe
That would be a
Hayden.
high drop off. So, a little drop off. So, 21 Seahawks. What do we got?
I got them going Hollywood Brown.
Oh.
I think they need a guy, and I think, you know what? Russell Wilson will love him and will really make him a star. So I think it's a perfect match.
Yeah, I'm going Dexter Lawrence here.
Okay.
No, Christian Wilkins, actually. Sorry.
Okay.
Lawrence is going later in
Okay.
this one. So I'm going to go Christian Wilkins. I think they need some help on that D-line. The Legion of Boom is not what it used to be. I don't even think it is that anymore.
Nope.
I can't even call it that anymore. It's like a fraction, not even a fraction. The only player that's left in that is Bobby Wagner, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Bobby. So they need to redo that, and I think he would be a big help for them. He was a great D-lineman at Clemson. Clemson has a ton of them. He would be a big help in that D-line.
So
what do you
at
got?
22, we got the Ravens. I got them going offensive line, Cody Ford.
Okay, I can see that because their line.
To help out more.
You got to help Lamar
Yes.
Jackson, Mark Ingram. You got to pound that ball. That's how
Yes.
the Ravens are going to be successful. But I have a better play to help out Lamar Jackson, I think.
Mhm.
Your boy A.J. Brown and the Ravens.
Oh, God.
I know you wouldn't like that too much,
No.
but I think that would be a great fit. Baltimore needs wideouts. They don't really have anyone. They lost John Brown, Michael Crabtree. My boy Willie Snead might get some play this year, which is hype for me. And he's in a good spot now, so hopefully he can take advantage. But I'm saying A.J. Brown, I think he'd be a great compliment to the Ravens. I think he could help them in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and then I think Cody Ford makes too much sense, in my
Well,
opinion.
that's true, too. I mean, they need line help. I mean, who knows what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So
now-
Texans.
They're going offensive line to help out Watson because he takes too many hits. And you saw what happened when they played the Colts. Eric McCoy,
I'm going to surprise you with this pick.
Mhm.
Josh Jacobs.
running back to replace Lamar Miller.
Because I
The
don't think
inconsistency.
Lamar Miller
Okay.
should not stop you from drafting running back. He's from the U, and I do like him, but never really over 1,000 yards. He's like 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, basically.
Okay.
It's very mediocre, Lamar. They got to do
So,
better. I think Jacobs could be a nice upgrade. Raiders, what you got going on?
They need corner help, and it's
They
Greedy
do.
Williams.
That's a big drop off for him.
Yeah.
If he makes it that far, I think they'd have to take
Of
him.
course.
I have another guy that's a big drop off. I'm saying Jonah slides all the way to Oakland at
Okay.
24.
Okay.
So now we're getting towards the back half of the
Yep.
draft.
So now
What do we got? We got Philly. What's up with Philly?
They need corners. That secondary is hot trash.
Yeah.
And they're going to go DeAndre Baker out of Georgia, who's a very good player.
I actually
corner.
think they're going to go Cody Ford. I think they need some line help. That line's been very shaky. You see that Foles had to buy all those times with the RPOs. You see that Wentz has struggled a lot with protection breakdowns. I think they need to shore up the offensive line.
Yeah.
Their corners need work too, but we'll see. I mean, that'll be interesting. Colts, what we got?
Colts, Paris Campbell out of Ohio State, wide receiver.
I'm going to wide receiver also, but I'm taking Hollywood Brown in this spot because he makes it to me in this spot.
Okay.
So Raiders again.
Raiders, they go Josh Jacobs. They need a running back to
Oh.
replace what's his name, Beast Mode. So
Right.
so that's what they got, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Who do
Well,
you think they got?
I got Garrett Bradbury for the
Okay.
Raiders.
Okay.
You talked about him earlier.
Yeah.
I think he'll slip a bit, and I think that would be a good pick for the Oakland. And then Chargers, what do we got?
Chargers, I got them going Wilkins to load up on that defense.
I think I already drafted Wilkins, but I got them going Byron Murphy. I think I
Okay.
can get some corner help. Jason Verrett, they lost. He never played. The secondary.
Where did he go, Verrett?
49ers got him on a
Okay.
nice buy low deal,
Okay.
actually. And then Chiefs.
I got them going Byron Murphy. They need secondary.
I got them going Kellen Farrell
Okay.
because they need edge to replace D Ford and
Yeah.
everything, and Justin Houston.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So,
I agree. Now the last 3 picks.
yeah, last 3.
Green Bay, who do you got?
Hakeem Butler.
Hakeem Butler.
I think he's going to be that compliment to Devontae Adams.
Okay,
maybe.
okay.
That would be 2 big body receivers. That would be pretty scary to deal with down that red zone. And Hakeem Butler, Megatron even said he reminds him of himself. I wouldn't go that far, but damn, that's some comparison. So I think he's going to end up being a first rounder.
Okay. With Green Bay, I got them going offensive tackle Greg Little out of Ole Miss. I think they really.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers.
I actually
really,
had him slipping out of my first round, Little.
I just think, you know what, after all the tackles that were taken, he was the best available.
Right, you did more linemen
Yeah.
than I did, I think.
So, last 2. Who
Here
do you
we
got
go.
for the Rams?
Jerry Tilray. This might surprise you a touch. The guy from Notre Dame.
Okay.
Because I think they need to help that D line a little bit. To replace Ndamukong Suh. That's what this would be.
I got them going Farrell from Clemson.
Oh, so we both have D line. Yeah. So you're gonna like this pick because he somehow made it for you guys in my draft. Dexter Lawrence, Patriots.
Dexter. Ooh, okay, I'll take. But I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go this. This might not happen. However, I'm gonna. This is why I think Patriots get AJ Brown at 32, and I'm gonna love every second of it.
Wow! No! This cannot happen. I don't want another Sony Michel situation. I swear, someone better pick AJ Brown before you guys pick. If you have to go up and get him, fine, which I won't like either. But do not let him slip to 32. You guys really think they won't take him? They're definitely gonna take him if he makes it.
So
yeah, that was a crazy show.
That was a great show.
Wrap it up.
We're wrapping up now. We're 1 week away from the draft. I will say this, Jules. In a week from today, we will be live from Atlantic City.
Yes.
And we are ready. We are excited. Julian, would you like to break the news how we're going to do this?
Yeah, so here's what's going to happen. There's some of it's up in the air, but I'll say it quickly. So Instagram Live potentially as a little preview if there's any new storylines or developments. We're going to do a short pre-draft show, like 15 minutes to like 30 minutes max.
Yes, that's it.
It won't be a long show, just a couple things people might need to know, like if there's new trades or anything, like what you want to spin on, sure. And then the real draft, we're going to do the first 10 picks.
Yeah.
Because it would be too long if we like stayed in the whole time. Like we don't really have time for that, honestly.
No
one really.
Not.
And the other thing is like people are gonna be watching and stuff too, so we're not sure like how the reception's gonna be for this. So we want to like see how it goes a little bit. But hey, this is gonna be our practice, our warm up run. Maybe next year we'll do the whole thing.
Yep, absolutely.
So for GNC Sports Talk, I'm Julian Gallardi.
And I'm Bobby Thompson.
And we'll see you guys soon. But big note, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. We are now on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, we are.
Also,
we finally made